Hello, and welcome again to Music Vault Academy Percussion Podcasts. Last week we discussed ages 0 to 6, and this week we're going to discuss ages 6 to 11. As I mentioned, we talk about pitch, we talk about rhythm, and then we have a little improvisation section at the end of each lesson. In this age group, 6 to 11, just becomes a little bit more structured. There's more definition, and we start discussing different kinds of concepts. With pitch, we introduce the idea of solfege. If you're unaware of what solfege is, the most famous iteration of it probably comes from Sound of Music. And what this is a bunch of mnemonic syllables assigned to pitch to allow a learning of pitch and ear training. What we do here is a fixed do system to where C, the pitch C, is always do, and then D is always re, all the way up to the scale. Referencing what I mentioned last week about our PVC pipe instruments that we will be featuring soon, is when we're working with solfege at this age group, we want to make sure that we still are initiating this kind of motion when producing a pitch. So we'll learn the solfege, the mnemonic syllables, and then we'll apply it to striking something that creates that pitch.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do.
When it comes to rhythm, very similar ideas are being discussed and just taking it a little step further. But now we start applying these ideas, concepts of rhythm ratios to notated music like eighth notes, quarter notes, 30-second notes, whole notes, half notes. And the students will start understanding these ratios with regards to what it looks on paper and how to read it and how to write it themselves. Moving to the last section, the improvisation part of these lessons at this age group is very similar to 0 to 6 age group, except now there are just more parameters. Previously to this, younger students than 6, we just improvise on sound and general exposure to ideas. Whatever the student feels like playing at the time, they do it, and we support that to foster creativity. Now, some more things. We bring back the pentatonic scale, other short, small scales from these previous lessons that we've learned already, the ideas of these concepts, and I give the student parameters in improvisation, saying only play the pentatonic scale in this improvisation. And then we talk about why certain things sound better than others to their ear, and as they develop, they start learning these parameters theoretically through improvisation. The biggest difference here with this age group, 6 to 11, than the younger age group is the application of written music. We are now using all of these concepts and ideas that we have been learning for years as a younger child, applying them to what it looks like when it's written down. So we're going to be practicing writing the musical notes on the staff, knowing where they go, treble clefs, bass clefs, eighth notes, quarter notes, all these theoretical concepts, rhythm, and how it works on paper, learning how to read it at this level. Even so much to sending the student home with a composition assignment and once they learn how to write the music on the page, they can go home and write their own music, albeit very simple at this point. And this is actually fostering composition at a very young age, as opposed to college or sometimes high school where it's introduced now. Thanks for tuning in this week. I want to thank our sponsors, Yamaha and Vic Firth, very supportive of what we're doing here at the Music Vault Academy. Tune in next week we're going to discuss the 12 and up age group and really start getting into training the muscles and training the technique, and you'll get a glimpse into that of what is to come next. Thanks.